our journey through life, we encounter many emotions and deep connections with one of the most powerful being, love. However, it is essential to remember that true love, whether romantic, platonic, or of any nature, should be something that flows naturally and not something we beg instead of desperately clinging to relationships that do not value us. It is fundamental to learn to let go and recognize our own value. Often we find ourselves trapped in relationships or situations that do not serve us well. At this moment, it is crucial to remember that we should not beg for love or acceptance. Imposing our presence where we are not appreciated can erode our self-esteem and leave us emotionally at risk. We should not let go of ourselves and be emotionally vulnerable. True strength lies in knowing when it is time to let go. Allowing something that no longer serves us to depart is an act of self-love and courage. Controlling our emotions is one of the greatest challenges we face. It is natural to feel connected to someone or something, but we must also be able to discern when this connection is harming us. Learning to control our emotions gives us the power to let go of ourselves and ourselves. It is not about suppressing what we feel, but finding a balance between our emotions and how we react to them. The journey to self-growth involves recognizing our own value. We are unique beings with qualities and abilities that deserve to be appreciated and celebrated. Self-esteem should not depend on the love or approval of others, but on how we see and value ourselves. As we cultivate a healthy and loving relationship with ourselves, we become more resilient in the face of adversity and more capable of attracting positive relationships and opportunities. Sometimes it is difficult to understand that by letting go of something that is not uplifting us, we are making space for something better. But that is precisely what happens when we release what no longer serves us. We open the door to new experiences, people, and opportunities that we do not want, that align with our personal growth and happiness. It is like creating space in our lives for abundance to flow freely. Controlling our emotions gives us the ability to act with clarity and determination. By making these choices, we allow better things to come to us naturally. The journey of self-discovery and self-love is continuous, and each step towards emotional freedom brings us closer to a fuller and more rewarding life. Although not a historical philosopher, Deepak Chopra's quote deeply resonates with the idea of letting go. It is not about denying the past, but embracing the present and creating space for the future. This phrase carries wisdom that transcends philosophical boundaries and resonates with the universal quest for understanding and inner peace. In our lives, we often find ourselves confronted with the need to release what no longer serves us. This is not a callous renunciation of the past, but an act of self-love and self-discovery. As human beings, we are intimately connected to our history, experiences, and the bonds we create over time. However, by allowing the past to excessively define us, we risk becoming stagnant and unmovable. We are unable to move towards new horizons. Letting go is a practice that requires courage and authenticity. It means looking back with gratitude and acceptance, but also looking forward with hope and expectation. When we choose to embrace the present, we give ourselves permission to live fully in the now, without being tethered by the chains of the past. By creating space for the future, we can live in the present. By creating new opportunities for the future, we open ourselves to the possibility of continuous growth, learning, and transformation. This approach is not a rejection of who we are or what we have lived. It is an affirmation of our capacity to evolve. It is a way to honor our journey thus far and acknowledge that our journey is not yet complete. The past is an essential part of us, but it is not the entirety of our identity. Therefore, although not directly visible to the eye, we are still self-aware. Linked to historical philosophy, Deepak Chopra's quote reminds us that the ability to let go is a powerful choice that empowers us to live with authenticity, resilience, and openness to whatever the future holds. It is an invitation to embrace each present moment with gratitude, knowing that by creating space for the new, we allow ourselves to grow in ways we may have never imagined. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned historical philosophers, says, "Accept what is, take from it what you can, and move forward." In the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, we find timeless guidance that transcends generations and remains deeply relevant in today's world, filled with uncertainties, challenges, and constant change. The message contained in this historical phrase resonates as a beacon of wisdom, offering a resilient approach to navigate the complexity of contemporary life. Acceptance is the first step towards inner peace in a world where we often struggle with expectations and desires. Realistically, learning to accept what life presents to us is an essential skill. This does not mean resigning ourselves to passivity, but rather embracing reality and circumstances beyond our control. By welcoming ourselves to the world, we can be more confident in ourselves and the world around us. By understanding what comes our way, we release energy that would otherwise be wasted in resistance and frustration. Take from it what you can. This excerpt from Marcus Aurelius's phrase is a powerful reminder that every situation, whether positive or challenging, can teach us something valuable. Every moment is an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-discovery. Even in the most difficult situations, we can find lessons that empower us. Moving forward helps us cultivate resilience and maturity. The final part of the phrase, "and move forward," encapsulates the idea that life is a continuous flow. It invites us not to dwell in the past, but to move forward with courage and determination. The past can be a source of learning, but when we cling to it excessively, we limit our potential for growth and progress. Moving forward is an act of trust, a choice not to be imprisoned by the shackles of the past or the fears of the future. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic lives, we live in an era of constant information, growing demands, and a sense of urgency in all aspects. Marcus Aurelius's phrase invites us to slow down, contemplate the present moment, and embrace each experience with skill and gratitude. It reminds us that regardless of what we encounter on our journey, we have the ability to advance forward, and we will be able to take our own ability to respond with wisdom and inner strength. In a world where the future seems uncertain and adversities can seem overwhelming, the historical approach of acceptance, learning, and moving forward offers a reliable compass. By adopting this mindset, we can find meaning in our experiences, grow as individuals, and face life's complexities with a calm mind and a resilient heart. What do you think about the historical philosophy of self-value? Leave a comment.